Okay, we're talking about the Twins schedule here. 2019. Right now, Minnesota Twins are probably in spring training down in Florida, Fort Myers, I do believe. And when it comes down to it here, this team, this is my favorite team, by the way. This team has been straddled and strapped, so to speak, with a nasty contract from a hometown guy called Joe Mauer, probably for, I don't know, better part of a decade, if not longer. I'm sure it's been longer than that. And it's been really unfortunate. His career wasn't really all that. It was sort of in the beginning, in the middle, and after his concussion, it sort of just declined, and he had a lot of concussion issues for, it was quite, it was publicized that he had some concussion issues for some time. And I think thereafter his productivity tailed off a bit, and then it's sort of like kind of settled. He was a productive hitter, with respect to his batting average. Now, even towards the end of his career, his batting average was maybe 280 to even at times up to 300 during the season last year. But when it comes to like home runs, it wasn't there. And if you're paying a guy as much money as you were paying Joe, you got to dial up the home runs. The home runs have got to be there, and they just never were over that entire span of that contract. So as a result, I think Minnesota got squeezed in terms of trying to get other guys into that clubhouse that have big sticks, that can hit home runs, and so forth. So I think it really hurt their offense overall during that span of time with the Joe Mauer era, which was quite a long era of the 2000s. That era is gone now. He retired, and so it's all fresh and new. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about here for the 2019 slate. We're talking about the Indians starting out Thursday, March 28th, and here we're in the middle of February. And so it's coming up fast, but I think that is going to be a bizarre game due to the fact that we had a lot of snow in the Midwest so far this year. And March 28th in Minneapolis still may have snow on the ground. I don't know. So that 3 games versus the Indians might be a weird, and I don't know why the Major League Baseball set it up for that way, for the schedule to start in Minnesota the end of March. Kind of weird, but nonetheless, thereafter they go on the road for a bit. So if they can somehow get through this Indians schedule, or this Indians 3-game set, they're going to be on the road, and it'll be warmer, and then when they get back, they'll be facing the Tigers on the 12th for a stretch. And then as you see the Blue Jays at home, and then they go back on the road again for the Orioles and the Astros. And then they just kind of flip-flop, and they have a nice long homestand again against the Orioles and the Astros. They kind of flip. They do an Orioles-Astros thing for a long time. It runs for a long time. So then this is the first half I'm looking at, and then they go do a long road trip in New York and Toronto, and they have the Tigers and the Angels. So all in all, looks like a tough schedule in the beginning. And so I want to look at last year, how they ended the season with Molitor as their coach. And I'm really surprised Molitor got fired, by the way. I'm a little bit dismayed by that, but they wanted to go younger and have more of a younger, youthful sort of coach, kind of the way sports is kind of heading nowadays, which is like the LA Rams coach, and a lot of teams are looking for that younger look. But anyway, let's make this fast here. They ripped off 7 out of 8 and won 6 in a row to end the season last year in 17. So they're hot coming into the next year, which is 19, which is a good sign for a team. And then the last thing I want to talk about is their lineup. And here's their projected lineup. Polanco, CJ Cron, Rosario, who's really nice, Nelson Cruz from the Mariners, Kepler, Sano, Schoop was the Orioles, Castro, and Buxton, who's been a complete disaster. All in all, I look for this team to do pretty good. They have bigger, stronger bats, and I'm excited for the new 2019 season for the Twins.